Hi guys, welcome to Scripted Success Master. Today we are at a chapter 10 and we will learn conditional formatting. We will divide this chapter in two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 we will cover a few basics related to conditional formatting and part 2 will be the detailed one. Okay, now let's start. Conditional formatting is nothing but representation of the data in a better way or in a specific way where you want to highlight the details. Okay, let's take a first example. I want to highlight the maximum salary from the employee listed here. Okay, so column C is the salary column. So what I will do, I will select the range of the salary. I'll click on a format. I'll click on the conditional formatting. This option will come. Okay. Now what I will do, instead of selecting specific color, I will select color scale for that. So what will happen? Color we can decide, and what color will be there for a minimum value and maximum value, that also we can decide. Okay. Now this is the straightforward representation where we can see darker color has the highest salary. So you can click here and change the color scale. If you want like this, lowest will be the in white and lowest will be in the green dark and highest will be in a white, but by default I will select this. You can select this color, any color from. Okay, another method, you can select here minimum number, percentile also you can select it here and you can code it accordingly. Okay, once I click on a done, so here will be the list of conditional formatting rules whatever I will apply. Okay, so if you see in the table, you can clearly see Ankit from row 6 has the highest salary because we are highlighting that automatically in a highest green color or the darkest green color. Okay, this is nothing but the conditional formatting, representation of the data or the values in a better manner. Okay, this is the color scale method. Okay, next we will cover as a less than or greater than. Okay, now we can see D column has a sales value and E column has a target. Okay, now what we can do, we need to highlight the values above 10,000 in green color and values below 10,000 in the red color. So what we can do, select the range, go to format, conditional formatting. Okay, now here you can see the range which we have selected. Okay, conditional formatting has some rules which you have to select first. Now what we have to do, value should be greater than 10,000. Okay, so what you have here, greater than or greater than equals to. So what I will select, greater than or equal to 10,000. I want to highlight that in a green color or some different color you can want to select, you can select. Okay, apologies, this is the fill color and this is the text color. Fill color you can select anything from here, text color you can select it anything from here, and you can click on the done. So it will highlight the sales automatically which are above 10,000 because we set the rule like that. Now again we can select the range, same range, and we can click on the add another rule. See, by default it is showing this as a already applied rule here. So what we can do, add another rule. Now what we have to do, value less than or now less than 10,000 should be red, and I click on the run. So it will highlight the values less than 10,000 in the red, more than 10,000 in the green. So you can clearly see here, these are the employees which are below 10k and these are the employees which are more than 10k. So this is a better representation of the data. Now next is empty cell to highlight. Okay, now I will select this cell or the range where I want to check which are the cells are empty. So first what we have seen, select the range, then go to format and conditional formatting. One more method we have, select the range, right click, go a little below, and you can select the conditional formatting from here itself. Okay, now what we have to do is not empty. Instead of that, what we have to do is empty and should be in the, let's say, yellow color. And I'll click here, so you can clearly see whatever cell is empty, it is highlighting in the yellow color because we have set the rule like that. Okay, now another method or another thing you can do in the conditional formatting as whether to check the text within the range selected. Okay, now what we can do, we can select text contains and text does not contain. Okay, so what we can do, let's check key B column, which cell in the B column don't have @ sign. Okay, so what we can do, text does not contain, and I will put it as a @ value, and I want to highlight that as a red. Okay, so I'll just click on done. Now you can see there are two rules in the selected cell. First rule is cell is empty. Second rule is text does not contain @. So Kranti_Gmail doesn't have @, and what we can see, the 7th row also doesn't have @ symbol. But what happened, because this rule is at the first and it is showing yellow, what will happen if I drag this formula up? Now you can see clearly, first rule is @ check, that's why it is highlighting as a yellow. So from this drag and drop, you can adjust the conditional formatting from here. Okay, so what we have covered, we have covered color scaling, we have covered above, more than or less than. Another what we have covered, which cell is empty, and one more what we have covered, text contains or text does not contain. Okay, so I will cover more complex formulas in next part, where we will select full table and will do conditional formatting according to the, let's do the conditional formatting for a column according to the conditions in G column. We will cover that complex part in next chapter. Thanks for watching.